What is going on, people? Mr. King of World here, and I'm just going to show you one of my favorite. Now listen. First of all, if you're not new, if you've been playing this game for several hours or anything like that, then just disregard this video because this is not for you. This is just for somebody who's relatively new, maybe starting out, want to get better at aerials, want to do some, some cool little. I don't know. I call it an alley-oop. I don't know if it's not really an alley-oop. I guess it kind of is. What I just did right there. And you don't have to stand up on your hind legs like that for gun. That's your choice. But I'm just showing you how I would practice this maneuver. Okay, so I go to All-Star Striker training. Okay, and I scroll through. I play through until I find one that has a good setup, like this one right here. You see how this one, the ball is, kind of rolls gently down midfield, so you can get a nice pop on it, pop it up in the air, fly up there and hit it. And then that's it. Then you just practice that. Just make sure if you want to watch a replay or whatever, that's fine. Just make sure that before you're done, you hit the reset button so that it resets the shot again, and then just keep doing it. I mean, it's a good way to practice your aerials. It's a good way to practice popping the ball up high. It's a good way to practice popping the ball up high. Now, I will say this: getting the ball to pop up high towards the direction of the goal is sometimes half the battle, at least when you're first starting out, because sometimes, like that one kind of got away a little bit. I was able to get back to it anyway, but sometimes, you pop it up and it goes to the side, it goes to the corner, who knows where it's going to go. This is a good practice for that because you want to try to pop it up towards the goal. Generally, you want to hit the ball towards the goal. That's kind of the purpose of, that's kind of what you're doing here. That's why we play Rocket League, to hit the ball in the goal. And if you can get it in a general direction like this, even if you're not able to pop up during the game to hit it, and you won't score them all. But this is the practice here. This is what I do to practice popping it up towards the net. Like I said, it's half the battle. And then after that, you just want to try to fly up and make contact. After that, then you can try to aim for the net. But if you're just starting out, and you see people that hit the ball up and then they fly up and hit it, you're like, oh, that looks cool, And then if you want to freestyle, if you want to do some backward stuff, whatever, that's fine if you get to the higher levels. This is pretty much just for people who are relatively new, that you know how to fly, but that's about all you can really do. This is a good way to practice, because when you're popping the ball up yourself, you kind of know where it's going. Like, you have control of where the ball goes in the air. Whereas if you're just playing a game and flying for every aerial, a little bit harder to control sometimes, whereas this one, you pop it up, the ball is going to be going right up in front of the net. Fly up there and just drop it in. Now, the purpose that you would want to do this, why you would want to do this in the game is, the goalie, they see the ball coming at them. They don't expect you to come at the last second like that and redirect it. They see the ball coming, they're getting ready to make it clear, especially at the lower levels, challenger, below. They don't expect this. They see the ball popping up, they're getting ready to play the ball. You come flying in from nowhere and redirect it into the goal, and it's a good way to score. And if you're at the lower levels, people will be amazed by your amazing skills, even though it's not really too much skill involved, I wouldn't say. Like I said, the hardest part a lot of times is just getting the ball to pop up in front of the net. So this is a good way to practice. Again, all-star training. You go in there, you go through some of them. Now, not every one of the setups is going to be great for this, so you want to scroll through until you find one. This is, what is this, like the third shot on the striker training, and then just stick with it. Keep hitting that reset button every time, and just keep doing this for hours on end if you want to. That's fun, and it looks cool to do it in game. It's good practice. And it's not too, like I said, it's not too much skill involved, really. As long as you can pop the ball up in front of the net, then you're pretty much going to be alright. And like I said, even if you don't score them all like that, it's fine. It's heading in the direction, 7 seconds, not a lot of time to pull off something like this. So if you see that it's heading towards the goal, you know that there's probably a chance that you would have scored that if you had more time, so that's fine. Now, you will notice that when I'm driving up to the ball, I don't boost to the ball. Generally, I don't use any kind of force. The ball rolling to you, and you rolling to the ball is enough to pop the ball up real nice and high. And that time it kind of got away from me a little bit right there. It does happen. You're not going to get them every time, and that's fine. So you just want to gently drive up to the ball. Just let your card tap it at just the right angle. It'll pop nicely up in the air, and then you can just go in there and smack it down in there, and look cool. So again, this is good practice for somebody who's I don't want to say brand new, but relatively new. You know, in the first couple dozen hours of the game, and you want to get better at aerials and so forth, because the aerial training on here can be a little bit difficult. The balls kind of pop up in the air, they come in from angles and whatnot, and here you're controlling the pop up of the ball. You're controlling where the aerial shot is going to come from or whatever, and it works out. And I think it's probably it's better than the aerial training as far as I'm concerned. And then you can also throw in some freestyles and stuff if you want to later on, but this is my preferred aerial training. Just make it myself, and so that's it. So you know, thanks for watching, guys. It's been real and it's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Again, nothing too fancy here. If you're a veteran of Rocket League, you're gonna laugh at this and think this is a joke, but this could be useful for people early on. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Later.
Thank you. It's a wrap.